Welcome back to another Sentry Snack of the Week. Today we're going to explore how changing backend libraries led Sentry to have a huge performance improvement. Let's check it out. How's it going, everyone? My name is Sarah and I lead DevRel here at Sentry. Today I'm going to tell you a little bit about how we had to make the hard decision to switch up a backend library we were using so that we can reduce our stack walking times. Before we jump into what we improved and how, I want to introduce you to a couple of our open source projects that we co-maintain with Mozilla. Symbolic is the library that we use to implement symbolication of native stack traces and source map handling for minified JavaScript, among other things. Specifically, Symbolicator serves as the primary service for those native stack traces and mini dumps with Symbol server support. We, of course, build our libraries and services on top of other dependent crates and libraries, one of which was Google's C++ library, Breakpad. Using Breakpad wasn't easy out of the box. We had already implemented some mitigations to safety issues we noticed, such as sandboxing the mini-dump processing code. On top of that overhead, we were missing valuable information from the mini-dumps like thread names, contents of local variables, and version numbers of loaded libraries. So we decided to build on Rust mini-dump instead. The Rust mini-dump library, which we also co-maintain with Mozilla, is specifically designed to provide type definitions, parsing, and analysis for mini-dumps. It's heavily modeled after Breakpad, but gives you more control over how low level in the mini-dump you want to get. After migrating the backend of Symbolicator to use Rust mini-dump, we saw improvements specifically on stack walking times. The P95 has had a 40% reduction from about 5 seconds to about 3 seconds. We also saw CPU usage drop from 55 cores to 20. And when we removed the stack walking sandbox, since we no longer needed the security mitigation, we saw a 30% reduction in memory usage. All in all, stack walking times can be a pain, especially when you're relying on external libraries. And while switching from one library to another can be cumbersome, and maybe you'll even have to run both solutions before rolling out to make sure no regressions sneak in like we did, the benefits of evaluating your backend libraries and making improvements are usually worth it. Thanks, me. Next time you're using a library that just doesn't quite feel right, you might take that as an opportunity to consider migrating to a new one. And who knows, you might even get some performance improvements out of it. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. You don't want to miss any more of these Sentry Snacks of the Week.